You know, it's 2017, and yet people of color still face pervasive and deep disparities in their everyday lives, economic disparities, health disparities, and that's why we've made the decision to lead with race, to prioritize racial justice in our equity and social justice activities.
It's never been clearer that race is still a problem and needs to be brought more to the forefront and not just be sort of simmering in the background.
A lot of people here are doing really well, but when you look detailed into the numbers, you find that we have some very, very significant inequities, not inequalities, inequities. And those inequities are very stark.
When we look at all of the data, one thing just keeps coming out as being more detrimental, more of an impact than anything else, and it is disparities based on race.
When we look at some of the conditions that we have an influence on, whether it's exposure to flooding rivers or hazardous materials that may be in homes or access to parks and trails, we do see that the disparities are more pronounced when looking through a racial lens than when looking at a gender or sexual orientation or even, in many cases, incomes.
But let's focus on those places and those people, which are heavily people of color as well, where we have some of those greatest needs.
We're able to really focus on the items and those things that are really perhaps some of the most pervasive issues that have prevented people of color from advancing.
Become intentional in dismantling those systems that disadvantage non-white groups.
Put the resources and the attention where needs are greatest, and as we identify where those racial inequities exist, that's where we need to be putting our emphasis.
We are leading with race, but while we are leading with race, discrimination of any kind toward anybody is not okay and will not be tolerated at King County.
We're not forgetting everyone else. We're not forgetting other people, other oppressions that exist.
It's acknowledging that race, racism, and whiteness has shaped outcomes for not just individuals in our communities, but our communities at large and our society at large.
It's not about guilt. It's actually about acknowledging that something is wrong and we need to do differently.
We cannot become the kind of place we really want to be, a truly just and equitable community and society, until we focus on dismantling, upending the policies and the practices that have perpetuated racism across our society.